Hello, spooky friends, and welcome to another episode of Storytime with the Scariest Podcast.
Woo!
I'm Robin Grace, and this is Adam Diaz, and today we're here to talk to you guys, or tell you guys, really, your homegrown horrors that Adam will explain.
Yeah, so homegrown horrors are the spiritual, spooky, paranormal, creepy, sometimes true crime, sometimes purely coincidental stories that you wonderful folks have decided to send in to us, and we read back to the community. And if folks have a story like that, Robin, where can they send them?
So you folks can send them to storytime@scariest.com. You can also go to our new revamped website, scariest.com, and go to the Contact Us page, fill out that form, and contact us that way.
Indeed you can. So we are hoping to get homegrown horrors from all of you wonderful spooky listeners out there. 4 folks have sent in their stories for this evening's show, so we're going to go ahead and read those. Now I can tell you there is 1 short, 2 mediums, and 1 long. So that's how we're going to go. Robin has the 2 mediums. I have the short and the long, and I'm not sure who's going to start. Probably me, though, I'm guessing.
Yeah, because I don't have my emails up yet.
You're also not talking to your microphone. You're pretty far away from it, dog. Like, look at that sample. The sample is just like a sad face is all it should be.
You're a sad face, okay.
Thank you. And for those of you who are watching live, I just want to say shout out to you. Thank you so much for joining us, and we hope you enjoyed the new background, which is our logo, with our superimposed network logo on it, which we are very, very proud of. So fun stuff. But I'm going to go ahead and get into my first story of the evening, and it starts out like this. The subject is a short but sweet homegrown horror.
All right.
Starts out like this. Hey, Adam and Robin.
Hey.
Hey, I just want to point out they spelled hey, H-E-I, so I'm pretty sure that's like how you pronounce it.
Yeah.
Or it could be hi. I don't know. My name is Abby, and this is my 4th story that I've sent you. This one is shorter than before, so I'm sorry, and it has a question mark at the end of it. This is not my story, but my mom's story from when she was young. She told me this story when I was in elementary school. I still remember this because it's so short, but it's so spooky. The story goes like this. Near my grandmother's house, there was a coconut tree. When my mother was on her way home, I forget if she was where she was coming from, she saw a coconut on the ground near that tree. As she was getting closer to it, because you need to pass the tree to get to my grandmother's house, she realized that it was not a coconut, but a person's head. She got scared and ran past the tree all the way to my grandmother's house. Sorry for the abrupt ending. She didn't tell me what happened after. God. P.S. I know it's so entertaining to hear your banter when you guys are tired, but I hope you two have a good rest.
Aw,
Keep on creeping on. Abby, smiley face.
Thank you so much. You know what's funny is that last night we didn't even finish recording the episode until 3 a.m. So we do need the rest.
The episodes always release. I shouldn't say always because we've missed the time a couple of times. Only by like a few hours or so, but they are supposed to release at 4 a.m. So last night, I think I got done editing it, and when I upload it to our server and everything, and it's like it suggests a release time, which is always in the next 15 minutes. I always have to adjust it, like, no, on this day at this time. And last night when I uploaded it, it's like, would you like to release at 4 a.m.? I was like, yes, I would, Spreaker. Yes, I would. So it was kind of funny. But it's also funny that they said they hope we get some rest because due to quarantine and, jobs not being there anymore, we're getting all the rest we could ever hope for.
Like, I didn't wake up till like 12:30 today. So
I woke up at 9 because I had a knock on wood job interview. So we'll see what happens with that. Nothing to announce yet. Don't want to jinx it. I probably shouldn't have even said anything. Might want to delete that out of the episode. I won't. I didn't mark it. But yeah, I think it's kind of weird that your mom told you this story about, like, grandma's house? That coconut tree? Saw a guy's head there once. Not going to tell you anything else, though.
It grows people's heads.
Right? Maybe that's the case. Maybe it's a tree from hell and it grows people's heads. Maybe that's how people are made. I still don't know. So I don't know where babies come from. I'm pretty sure it's the head tree, which sounds like a really fun tree, not the tree that you went by. But I would say try and dig in and get some more details from dear old mom and see what happened with that, and maybe send us your 5th email because I'm very, very curious. Or maybe tell your mom to send us an email that lets us know exactly what happened and what was going on there because I am very curious. So
yeah,
right on. Solid one to start. Thank you very much, Abby.
Yeah, thank you so much.
All right. Our first break to talk to the chat. I'm looking up and I see that Captain Fake Guy Redeemed to ask a question says, what are y'all drinking? Robin's drink looks tasty.
All right. So what's really funny is that at like 6:10, before I came on, I was downstairs and I was trying to figure out, like, what do I want to drink for the show tonight? And I was thinking, like, I'm going to do something with lemonade because I have, like, lemonade and Chambord and stuff like that. And I was like, oh, I'll figure something out. And
it's completely different from what I was told when I came upstairs that she would be drinking.
And then, so I was looking at that, and then I went to the fridge, and I was like, I wish we had more red wine so I could make a sangria. And I've never made a sangria, okay? I have no idea. I had to look it up. I Googled how to make a sangria, and we have one bottle of red wine, like good red wine, in the fridge. And it was like the, what is that movie with the, not Minions, what are they called?
Minions? No, they're called Minions.
Yellow Brick Road. What is that movie called?
Oh, Munchkins?
Yeah.
That's a completely... I was like, Despicable Me,
What is
obviously.
that movie called?
The Wizard of Oz.
Yeah, it's like a Wizard of Oz.
She's never seen The Wizard
wine.
of Oz, by the way.
And so I was like, I could totally make a sangria. And what's funny is our spooky mom was like, you could totally use that bottle because I've been looking at it like, what are we going to do with it? We need to drink it. And I was like, sangria! So we have a whole bunch of apple cider. So I did like red wine, apple cider. There's a whole bunch of blood orange vodka in there.
So it's sangria.
Yeah, it's sangria. There's oranges, apples, like slices of those, and it's just it's pretty good. It's really good for my first time ever making it. So there's a whole bunch of different vodkas, like fruit vodkas in there, and orange juice and stuff like that. So I think it turned out pretty good.
So my friends and I used to do this thing where we would make margaritas and we would dump whatever alcohol we had left, and there was always like 3 bottles with a little bit left of stuff no one wanted to drink. So no matter what it was,
we were doing. We're like, we got this pear vodka, just put the rest in. There's like a shot left, you know.
No matter what it was, we'd always call it the 3 Amigo special because it was me and 2 of my friends. We'd always put 3 boozes in it. We'd always say like, oh, it's a 3 Amigo special, and people were like, oh, okay, cool, and they tasted different every time, but no one noticed because they were too drunk. So
do you have the Twitch redemptions up?
I don't, but I'm gonna go ahead and talk about what I was gonna talk about before your answer for what are you drinking turned into the legend of the drink.
Just because if people redeem drink.
I got it. Yeah. I'm drinking Miller Lite. Again. I crafted it myself. Here's the story of how I found the aluminum and filled it with beer. No, I'm drinking Miller Lite, and then I also have a glass of sangria for when I run out of that. But yeah, fun stuff. So I'll get that up if you want to read some chat.
All right. So people are talking about a ghost, some sort of ghost. I don't know what you guys are talking about, but they're talking about ghosts and social distancing.
Oh, yeah, I forgot you don't have the chat.
Yeah, sorry. Laura Ann says the head tree, trademark, like TM.
That's funny.
To me, TMs are always going to be... No, that's HMs. No, there's technical machines, and then there's hidden machines in Pokemon. Yeah. That's what that reminded me of. I'm glad you guys think that drink sounds bomb, because it definitely tastes bomb. I was very excited that it actually turned out pretty good.
Good news, no activity.
Oh, thank goodness. All right. Also, again, for anybody who has donated bits in the past.
Twits is pretty good, too, though. They should have called it that.
If you folks have donated bits in the past, check out your new emotes that you will be able to use depending on how many bits that you guys donated, because there are a bunch of new ones. I wish I could test them out and show you guys. Lunabin has redeemed drink. I really like the so you got a drink.
How do you know?
Because it says so. Lunabin redeemed drink.
Oh, awesome. Also, Lunabin, your story is the long story of the night, so I do this all the time, and it drives people fucking crazy when you like crack your beverage, whatever's in the can, you just crack it all the way and let some out and be like,
dang it, babe.
I'm an annoying human being. It's so much fun, though.
Everyone's freaking out over Connor's HP at the top. Our stream boss has over 20,000 HP.
He does indeed. You guys should start hacking away at it. Just saying.
So if you guys want to try and take him down, now's the time.
All right. So Glitch was the first in both chats. He was over in Twitch. He said, woo. Captain Fake Eye agreed. Laura Ann also joined us. I'm What's for Dinner. I had to take the stream down because it wasn't simulcasting, which has been a common problem since the most recent update on Twitch. My hair is so fucking long and atrocious.
My hair is atrocious right now, too.
Actually, it's not Twitch's fault. It's Restream is just, I don't know, not working with my newest version of Streamlabs. Doesn't matter. What matters is I took it down, got it working. Now we're both on YouTube and Twitch, so that is why it came down, because people are like, what the fuck? Why does it say... No, it said what the fuck. But it says the broadcast... Does it say the broadcast you were watching has ended for anyone else? And indeed, it did. First person over there in YouTube was Emma said, hello. Erica is also here. Vivian has made her triumphant return. I have that stupid Shia LaBeouf video queued up on my phone because I was going to watch it yesterday. I was like, I'll wait for Robin to wake up and then we'll watch it together. And then like I completely forgot about it. I saw it today while Robin was doing a quiz and I was like, oh, like when she's done, like I'll make sure that we watch it. So it's on my phone. We haven't watched it yet, but once we watch it, which will be after this, we'll immediately get back to you with our thoughts.
Okay.
So I just wanted to let you know. Also, welcome back. We've been doing the question of the week without you. Captain Fake Eye has donated.
Thank you so much for donating 1,000 bits.
I always want to add an extra 0, but
I know we were. So what's cool now is
Captain Fake Eye also redeemed a high five.
Nice.
Nice.
What's cool is now at certain events that happen, I'm Beef Trainer redeemed a drink.
You know what? For your redemptions, I'll do the sangria too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh nice. Tell me if you like it.
Well, it smells like Kool-Aid.
Is it good?
No.
What?
It is strong.
Yeah, there's vodka and stuff in there.
No shit.
There's a whole bottle of wine.
You've redeemed 2 drinks, so I'll drink another one.
All right. We have?
Mm-hmm. We already did the first one. Ooh-wee. That is not that bad, actually, so. Not what I was expecting.
So I was about to tell you guys, now when certain things happen, there's like fireworks and stuff, or like, I think there's one that's like a party type thing. But yeah, so certain donations, things like that, it gets
a certain level of donation above a certain amount.
And so it just depends. And everybody just experienced it. So Glitch is like, wow, there's fireworks on the screen. Anybody else? And
so in addition to that,
Fender says, I think my screen had an orgasm.
Wow. So in addition to that, there's one thing I just marked it because I'm going to edit this back into the show. So before we go any further, I want to mention, although we're not bringing a lot of what's going on during the live stream into the show anymore, I do want to say we were lucky enough to get into this beta for Twitch where we can have a watch party where we can pick something from this list of stuff. It's a list of shows and movies that are through Amazon Prime. It's not a lot of them. I think there's like maybe 100.
Why?
Why?
Because Amazon's teamed with Twitch.
You just realized that?
I just realized that.
Wow. Okay, cool.
Wow.
So we're going to have a watch party Saturday, I think at noon was what we discussed. Our normal streaming time for video games is Saturday at noon at twitch.tv/scarishpodcast. We're all going to watch The Woman in Black, also known as Harry Potter and the Very Spooky House, because it is Daniel Radcliffe, obviously, and it'll be fun because we can all get together and watch this movie.
Yeah, so it's
and test out this brand new beta technology.
It'll be really cool. I'm excited.
Yeah, and it might not work. You know, it might just be us talking about how we can't believe that this stupid thing doesn't work, but we're gonna give it a shot. So if you want to join us at noon Pacific Standard Time on Saturday, this Saturday, which I think is 15, 16, 17, 18, the 18th. Is that right? Yeah, Saturday the 18th.
I don't know how to count.
We are going to be watching The Woman in Black and trying out this brand new technology because Twitch has graced us with this beta access. So it'll be pretty fun.
Yeah, I'm really, really, really excited. Just because we haven't been able to do our watch parties that we wanted to do, like watching Haunting at Hill House with everyone and stuff like that. So the fact that this is going to happen, I'm like, yes. This is great. I'm so glad we're in this beta. It'll be really fun.
And who knows? There's some things we can watch also. There's not a whole lot of movies on there, but there is the Jack Ryan series, which I really do like. Yeah. So maybe we wind up doing that.
I wanted to watch. Good Omens. I wanted to watch that one.
What we should do is we should poll like 10 out and put them on Patreon and let people pick our watch party. And every other week we can do video games one week, and then the next week we can do a watch party. So, but yeah, noon on Saturday. That's what we're looking at. If you're on the East Coast, it's 3 p.m. And if you're Central, it's 2. So there you go. Okay, let's get back into some of the stuff that you folks have chatted with us. Where did your chat start?
At Meadows Going Woo.
Right on. Okay, so you are actually fairly caught up. Lots of people just saying hi and hello. Manly Grandpa says, hey guys, I've only ever caught the stream once, so I just wanted to say hi. What up, Manly Grandpa? Thank you for joining us.
Black Canary said, second time catching the live stream. I didn't realize it was Tuesday until I got the notification for going live.
Indeed it is.
And we're so glad you're here with us.
I'm so glad you got the notification too.
A lot of people are saying, oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
A lot of people are saying how The Woman in Black is a scary movie. And
it's a
how
good movie.
Yeah,
it's classified as action.
Yeah, on this list, it was like, it's an action movie. And they put Ruby as action too. And I get it. Ruby is action.
Right.
But to me, it's like an anime.
But it's only seasons 4, 5, and 6 for Ruby. So I was like, that's weird.
Come on, Rooster Teeth. Get your shit together.
I'm What's for Dinner says, Scarish having a network is everything I never knew I needed. Yeah, same thing for me. And I'm really excited to start bringing on some shows. We have a lot of folks since we started this that reach out and are like, hey, I have an idea. How do I get started? You know? And there are several shows that we've helped get off the ground that have done very well for themselves, and we're very, very happy about that. And a lot of times when someone asks that, Robin will let me know, like, hey, they have questions. Because, like, I've gone through all the technical aspects of it and the protocols and figuring out, sorry, I'm just moving this, figuring out, what needs to happen, because it can be a huge pain in the ass, to be honest. And so what I always tell myself is, like, I'm about to send them a really long email,
Yeah.
or a really long message, because there's a lot to this, and it winds up being like a page, maybe two, and I leave out so much. So I was like, when I got done with a bunch of the stuff on the network site, and I was like, we want to start recruiting people, I think one thing that would really be helpful is if we just had a guide for how to start a podcast, because so many people have ideas out there. I had someone tell me an idea 2 weeks ago that is one of the best ideas I've ever heard. And I was like, why the hell don't you do that? And they're like, oh, because, well, I don't know. And it's like, well, you just decide you want to do it, and then you do it. And what it comes down to is, like, there's too many unknown factors. So I'm putting a lot of effort into that. So I'm going through, like, every piece of it. But yeah, the network is something I'm really, really excited about. I put a ton of work into. I bounced some ideas off of Robin, and she's let me know, like, her feedback on certain things, and it's been really helpful. But this one's kind of my baby, because Robin is very, very busy. So I'm really excited with it, though.
I draw. That's what I do. That's all I ever do.
And she loves to do drawings.
I'm the person that Adam tells, hey, put our new logo on shit.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, okay, let me open
Realistically,
Photoshop.
Robin handles all the merchandising. Like, anytime you get something sent to you, if it's merchandise, or anytime there's a new logo or any of that stuff, that's all Robin, anytime it's like a website built or a stream being done, like the technical side of stuff, like, that's typically me. So we split the duties. I don't want Robin to, like, not get any credit for the shit she does, because she does quite a bit.
Glitch says, I want to start my pod so bad, but so nervous that no one will listen or hate my voice.
No one can hate your voice.
No one. Yeah, I think it's something where we all hate the sound of our voice.
I can't stand editing some nights. I just get so frustrated.
I had to listen back to a few of the Storytime episodes, because if you've listened to this week's episode, I talked about how, we talked about how we had to go back like 5 or 6 episodes, and we re-recorded parts of stories that we wanted to make sure we weren't talking about the stream or anything like that in.
They had redemptions or silly voices, so.
And while I was listening, I was like, this doesn't sound like me. This sounds so weird.
Annoying? No, I'm kidding.
You sound so annoying. You do so. No,
Fuck
JK.
you.
But it's something where you never really know what you sound like, but you just hate your voice, and maybe it's something that other people would really, really, really enjoy, because I know when we play D&D with Glitch in particular, he has like this southern drawl type voice, and I actually thought it was really cool. So
it's endearing. I think it gets people to trust you easily. And the other thing that you're afraid of when it comes to, like, people not listening is, like, here's the thing, like, you should never do something because you want someone to listen to it. You should do it because it's the content you want to make, And then if you find out someone is listening, then okay, bonus. Like, we went to that thing. I almost skipped this convention. We were at a convention. We almost skipped this panel.
It was like Wizard World?
Wizarding World out in Vegas.
Yeah.
And the panel was how to start a podcast, because I've been talking about it for a little while. And Robin had signed us up, and I was like, you know what? I don't want to go. And she's like, no, let's just go. And so we went, and it was a room that could seat like, 1,000 people?
Not that many.
It was huge. And there was like 8 people. It was just 8 people, and there were 4 people on the stage, and they went through all that information, and they talked about all the things you should do. And the main thing they said is, like, you're going to talk into the void for a while. People aren't going to know your podcast exists, but just keep doing it like someone's listening and make sure it's good. And it's so funny, because I thought to myself, like, that's what they're doing right now. They're talking to basically an empty room, but they're not letting it bother them. And then we started Nerd Chills right after that. And it's kind of hilarious, because I never would have thought that, like, actually going there would have made it so that we would, do a live stream and have a show, and now a network. So
it was like,
just
that
start,
was when Nerd Chills was born.
Yeah, and honestly, that's what it comes down to, is like, just start. Just start doing it, and you'll enjoy it.
I was looking through our Google Docs because I was trying to find old documents.
I hate everyone.
And I was just like, oh my god, the old Nerd Chills Google Docs.
The Nerd Chills Google Doc was literally like, if you saw a news article throughout the week about video gaming, you just paste the link in and just like leave it there, and then everyone could review it before the show, and we could just have a chat about like whatever was going on. And I think we had 65 episodes.
It was you and Charlie.
It was always a shared document.
And CJ. And
I went back through the most recent 30 episodes one day, because I wanted to know where all the articles were coming from, and I calculated them all, and I had done like 98.5% of them, and the other 1.4% or whatever was Charlie, and then the like 0.1% was like Robin and CJ. But the thing that like was so hurtful is like, oh dang, like I don't think that they really want to do this. I think this is just me dragging people along.
But you grow and you decide like, okay, maybe it's time for me to move on.
Yeah, what's the content we'd rather do? And that's when we're like,
and so you kind of learn.
Let's end Nerd Chills.
Continuing, I'm What's Her Dinner says, I don't have any good podcasting ideas, but I volunteer to proofread anything you guys need read.
Right on.
Captain Fake Eye says, I have a podcast, but probably not appropriate for this network because it's an OBGYN study podcast. It's called Hear Us Out. It's not. I was gonna say
I don't think that's inappropriate.
Yeah, it's not called like we only take X, Y, Z.
What we're looking for is like unique, original content that's just not controversial for the sake of being controversial. You know what I mean? Like
we don't want political,
and we don't want things that are like very decisive. We just want things that are inclusive. Shout out to Jake Areno, who resubscribed for the 9th month.
Thank you so much.
Says happy 9 months. Hope you guys are doing amazing. Keep on creeping on. Thank you so much. But yeah, seriously, like fill out that thing, send it to us. We want to check it out, and then if it's something that we enjoy and we think fits, then we'll definitely reach out to you. So there's no reason not to apply if you want to be part of the network. If not, there's no big deal. No skin off our back. But if it's something that you folks are interested in, absolutely go to the website and apply to join.
Yeah, everybody, if you have an idea, just do it and be proud of what you do.
And everyone supports each other.
Yeah,
is what it really comes down to, and that's a big piece of it. One piece is like we want to have the professional side of the business for the things that we're doing, that we're going out and putting out, and then the other side is that we want to bring people together, and that's what the show is about, and now that's what the network is about.
I'm Beef Trainer says, I had a nightmare where I was fighting a bed bug the size of a couch with the head of one of our nephews.
Wow, that's horrifying.
I think that's fucking funny.
Vivian asked how everyone's doing. Y'all safe? We're doing okay right now.
We honestly haven't left the house in 2 weeks.
Yeah, so we decided that we're going to stay home for 2 straight weeks except for Wednesday. We were going to go out on Wednesdays to go like drop mail off or do anything we drop
mail off, and that's all we do, so we don't even get out of the car. So it's something where we just want to make sure we minimize our exposure and minimize any possibility
keeping Spooky
of
Mom safe.
It. Yeah. So, yeah.
All right, reading on. Emily has joined us. Emily says they're doing good. Christina Vasquez has also joined us. Everyone seems to be doing okay, which is really good.
Meadows redeemed drink.
Right on. Sangria. Robin's our first sangria ever.
Gas built up from
I'm burping so much from this beer, so.
Boop. Oh, it's like so full.
It smells like Kool-Aid. It smells like red Kool-Aid, and then you taste it, and you're like, that's not red Kool-Aid.
Oh, it does smell like it.
So scrolling through, it looks like Emily says they are about to throw us back into school. Let's hope.
Oh, Laura Ann redeemed drink. Sorry.
That goes well. Oh my God, guys. There's only so many of these per show. I just heard your tummy make noises.
Yeah, it's all the gas from the Ashley Meow Meow redeemed switch seats.
That's my least
yeah,
favorite.
But now our mics are similar, so it's not like we have to.
No, your volume is completely different.
Your volume is completely different.
It is, because I project into my microphone and you whisper like there's an angel sleeping on the tip of your tongue.
Okay, well, it doesn't matter. Get up.
All right. Here we go. Someone asked if I was wearing pants, by the way.
Oh, you are wearing pants.
And now,
I have shorts on.
Way to spoil it.
Oh, sorry.
They're going to find out when I stood up. Instead, all you guys got was my gut.
Here's mine too. Oh,
sit.
Oh, sorry.
God. Switch mics. You guys make us switch back right now, I'm going to be kind of upset.
Right. Ouch!
She's the least careful person I've ever met in my life.
Take this
she also says ouch more than any person on the planet. Boop. She says ouch when she's playing video games anytime her video game character gets hurt. And for anyone who's ever played video games, you know that's quite a lot. Whoa, what are you doing?
I don't know. Scrolling.
Okay, cool. You need this to read your stuff.
Oh, is it my turn?
Well, it's going to be your turn, but we still have so much chat to go through.
It's going to be me. I'm done.
Well, I'm not, so help me out here. So not helpful ever.
All right, so.
Mouse, please. I left my mouse pad on the desk.
I've already forgotten what I'm saying.
Mouse, please. I left my mouse pad on the desk this week because I was like, no one cares.
All right, so.
Akbar said, gosh, they plan to reopen our schools too. I'm hoping it's because things are calmed down. They're just saying soon. There's no official date.
Gotcha.
Your chair is so weird and the camera's so odd right now that like
You're so tall.
I'm poking out of the frame.
Yours is so low. I feel like. Ugh.
I have to be low.
All right. School's not starting for me. They're not gonna do school for like.
Indiana canceled like in-class schools for the rest of the year. So Christina Vasquez says, I don't know why I say your full name. Christina says there is an African folk tale where someone wanted a child, but they were told to take really good care of a pineapple, and the pineapple will become a human child.
It's like a Pinocchio type thing. I'm Beef Trainer says keeping Spooky Mom safe is important. It
Very
really
much
is
so.
important.
Emma says I'm in college, and they say they're not going to open my university. They might not open my university until 2021. Vivian says they predicted they won't reopen mine until May 20th or something like that.
Captain Fake Eye says I've started to strip before I even get in the door because I don't want to bring what I have from the hospital back to my cat. Oh, now that I've learned that cats can get COVID.
Oh no,
that's sad.
Emily said teachers just care about looking good. That's not true. Your teachers just care about your education. Almost in all cases. I have a cousin who's a teacher, and I can tell you that she's bending over backwards to create content like we do, like going to Adobe Premiere and like figuring out ways she can upload to YouTube just so she can have lesson plans for like all of the things she needs to be doing. Vivian says, I know I DM'd y'all, Adam and Robin, on Insta. You never got back on the matter. I had already talked about that. I'm thinking that was before that got there, so no worries.
Let's get to the story, babe. Come on.
Whoa. You don't get to rush me. You get to have a 20-minute monologue about how you created this marvelous drink, and then I can't even read the chat from these folks. All right, scrolling through. Akbar says, someone wake me up for the movie viewing. Jonathan Smith says, wow, it's my first time watching the Scarish live stream. The setup is awesome. I love your guys' podcast.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
I really appreciate that because it's been a adventure.
We've done a lot, yeah. Emily says, question of the week. She stole it right from Vivian. Says, well, we've had to like live without you, Vivian. So, I mean, Emily gives a question of the week. Says, what is the scariest movie you have ever seen? That's a hell of a question, and I love it. For me growing up, it was Nightmare on Elm Street, so the first Freddy. And then I still think Event Horizon is probably the scariest movie after that. I love Event Horizon, and I'm always like uncomfortable and creeped out the entire time I watch it.
I think mine would have to be The Grudge.
Really?
I know I'm sure a lot of people are out there like, The Grudge isn't that scary. It's the idea. I think the most traumatizing part was the fact that she hid under the blankets in that movie, and the thing still got her because blankets should be your shield.
Right.
Just
Emily
saying.
says Joyride or Final Destination. Interesting.
Oh man, my chat's gone again.
Jonathan says, I like the 2018 Halloween movie. We have not watched that one yet.
I thought we did already.
Is that the one we watched?
That's the one we watched.
I thought that was the
new one.
2019. They make Halloween so many friggin' times.
No, the 2018's the one that's with like the very end. That's it. She's with what's her name?
Jamie Lee Curtis?
Yes.
I don't know if it's the very end. They say that every single, like Halloween H2O, which was made, I'm pretty sure in the year 2000 was supposed to be the last one. No, it was the 20th anniversary is why they did H2O. All right, I'm going to keep scrolling here and see what else we have. Emma says, I haven't left my house in 5 weeks. So you're staying safe and also probably going crazy. Leo Chacha says, party people. Just in time for pant check.
Ashley Meow Meow says, The Exorcist and Signs.
Signs is good.
Signs, I mean.
Exorcist is pretty fucking creepy too. Exorcist is more creepy now that I've done all that fucking research on it.
Yeah, I can't believe there's a show now.
It is so annoying that someone is doing Haunted Hollywood and calling it something else, and they didn't even call me to be on it. It's so annoying. Morbid G says, howdy guys, hope all is well. All is well, Morbid G. Hope so for you as well.
Lunabin says The Descent. The Descent is pretty
I hear that a
scary,
lot,
too.
and I've never seen The Descent.
Manly Grandpa says, can I just say as one of the graduating classes in Pennsylvania, PA, everyone is disappointed.
I would be too, man. That sucks. But you guys are going to be the most unique class because you can tell people like, yeah, I never walked. I never graduated. COVID. So Leo Chacha says, scariest movie as a kid was The Exorcist, especially growing up in a strict Catholic Latino home. I imagine that would really scare you. Christina Vasquez says there's another Halloween coming out. They need to just stop.
It's because you don't see him die at the end of that movie. He disappears.
Will you fucking stop spoiling literally everything we ever talk about?
Oh, my bad.
Vivian says, real question of the week. If you could sum up the past year of your life into one word, what word would it be? It could be a noun, a verb, an adjective, an emoticon, etc. For me, it would be busy. I'm just going to go with busy. So that is my word. So you folks let us know.
Holy
I don't know
crap.
where the hell to put my microphone.
Show and Tell Live is rating with a party of 12. Hello,
Right
Hell
on.
Common.
Thank you for joining us, Show and Tell Live. So I think I was being yelled at so we can get back to our next spooky story, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
So go
I'm
ahead
gonna
and
read.
mark it because you are on that side.
Oh, shit. Oh, yeah. Okay.
Can I have my... Oh, I got my beer. Never mind. Okay, proceed.
Oh, yeah, I gave you your trash already.
You don't need to call it trash, okay? There could be some wonderful folks from the Miller Brewing Company watching right now.
Sponsor
and they have
us.
a single tiered, like, yeah, they're going to sponsor us when you're calling their beer trash.
All right. You know what? If you gave me a whole bunch of, not the Miller Lite one, but like some like craft one, yeah. Anyway.
I have a gutter palate, and I'm okay with admitting it.
Okay, so this...
You go and you buy a case of Old Style for $30. It's called a Dirty 30, and you down them all in one night. Go ahead and mark it again. I'm sorry I interrupted. Stop insulting my drink.
All right. So, wait. All right. So this next email is titled Dream Visitations. And it begins, Hi, Adam and Robin.
Hello.
Hello. My name's Bethany, and I love listening to the podcast. It gets me through the day at work. Whoop, whoop. I do that too. I listen to podcasts. So I'm just going to jump into my story. Let's dive right in. Just dive right in. You can't see my arms. I'm being ridiculous.
No one can see her arms.
So I'd love your thoughts.
Her arms are camouflaged right now. Absolutely no one can see her arms.
You can't see me.
Wow.
I'm John Cena.
I hate you so much.
All right. So I'd love your thoughts on this. On if this was a visitation or if you have any insight on...
Nope. Didn't mark it. There you go.
My finger's broken. I'd love your thoughts on this. Fucking geez.
Oh my God.
I'd love your thoughts on if this was a visitation or if you have any insight on dream interpretation.
Okay.
About a month ago, my grandmother passed away. I was pretty close with her. We're so sorry.
Yeah, sorry for your loss.
Just as close as I am with any family member. I was pretty close with her, just as close as I am with any family member. Losing her was hard for everyone in the family, and our family will forever be missing her. So it's been a month since her passing, and that's when the dreams began. One night, I dreamed I was by myself in a dark room with only candles lit that made a Ouija board in front of me visible.
What happened?
I lost my place. I placed both my hands on the planchette and said, "Is anybody there?" And I felt the planchette begin to move, and it crossed the board to point to yes. I then woke up, and that was all I could remember dreaming that night. The dream felt so real. Let it be known that I never used a Ouija board before, just in case that's important or not, since they want us to kind of give an opinion about...
Right. Our interpretation.
Right. The following night, my dreams continued. In this dream, I was fully aware that my grandmother had passed away. I was in her home just sorting through some of her items. I remember picking up a small pink clutch and opening it. The lining of the bag was made of old newspapers. That's what old chests/luggage were lined with back in the day. Really?
I didn't know that.
I did not know that. In my head, I recognized that this pink clutch must be an antique or family heirloom. I tried to read the newspapers lining the clutch to try and figure out if the bag was from Poland or Ireland. My family prominently came from those two countries. I have no idea if this bag actually exists in real life. All right. For some reason, I didn't get a chance to actually read the newspaper and just moved on to looking at a scrapbook that my grandmother made. In my opinion, I feel like it's really hard to read in dreams. It's not impossible.
They always say I've heard it's impossible, but
I've read in my dreams
I
before.
think object permanence is what's supposed to be difficult. So it's like why you can't dial a phone number sometimes, because like you'll dial your number, if you look away and you look back, the numbers have changed. Same thing with letters and words. It's like the sides of your brain not communicating properly while you're in a dream state. So maybe that's why.
Okay, so as I was flipping through this scrapbook, I saw images of myself and my sister as children, my cousins and family members that I didn't recognize, but I knew they were family. While I was flipping through the scrapbook, my grandmother started talking to me, and I turned to see her sitting next to me. She said, "I made this so you could remember. I made this so you could know about everyone and so they could remember you." That's very, very, very sweet. I didn't have to ask her if she was okay because I just knew, and I just felt this calming warmth. She continued, "I will stay around for about a month, maybe a month or a bit longer." I didn't ask her, but in my head I thought, how long? And she said, "I'll probably stay around longer than a month. Dear, I'm going to stay as long as I can until I have to go." That's very sweet. And I think that's a really important dream to have, especially when you lose someone that you're really close to.
And you need closure.
Is like that sense of closure. I
Right.
think that's really important. I woke up and I immediately knew this dream was real. It felt too real to just be a dream. Once the day progressed, I began to question if I was just letting my imagination run, and if the dream was simply nothing more than a dream. But it just felt too real. My dad really isn't into the paranormal, but I felt like I should tell him about it since it was his mother after all. I told him all about my dreams, and he said that he immediately got the chills while I was speaking. He explained that the day before, one of his clients asked him if he knew about my homes for sale. And my dad told him about my grandmother's home that's now available. Did I say about my homes for sale?
Yep.
Asked him if he knew about any homes for sale, and my dad told him about my grandmother's home that's now available. His client said that he would want to come and see it the following week and that he wants to move in a little over a month from now. What?
It's kind of crazy.
That in her dream, it was like, I'll only be around for a month, maybe longer. And then this guy comes and is like, I need this house in a month. You know, that's so crazy. My grandmother requested that her ashes and my Pop-Pop's ashes be buried together. That's super cute. I don't want to be mixed with you because then our bodies will be like, what if I have an arm sticking out of here?
It'll be just like any time I've ever slept since I've met you. With a knee or an elbow in my back, for love's sake.
For the rest of eternity. They have yet to be buried since her funeral service. The ashes will be buried by the time the house is sold. Is she waiting to cross over until her ashes are buried? Is she waiting until the house is sold? Is she waiting for everyone to come to terms with her loss? Thoughts? Thanks for reading. By the way, you can totes put this on the podcast, Bethany. Thank you so much for sending that. I really enjoyed it, and I really think it's really thought-provoking, you know? And it's just...
What thoughts did it provoke from you, Robin?
I just think it's really interesting that does happen to people where they do have these somewhat prophetic dreams. I know I've talked about it before that some people in my family have that kind of thing where spirits tell them things. And maybe it's something where you have to interpret a little yourself. But if you tell your dad that and then he's like, bro, this guy came up and he's like, I need this house in a month. Your dream said she was going to be gone in a month. What are the odds? It's just really neat.
Yeah.
And I think that's really cool. I don't know.
You know, I think it's easy to be skeptical on things like this. And I am a very skeptical person, but especially through doing the podcast, I've heard from so many people and from all different walks of life and all over the world and different religious backgrounds, including like a non-religious background, that people have had dreams like this. And people have had moments where it sincerely felt like something that was super profound to them, or there was a connection between them and their lost loved one, suddenly appeared when they absolutely needed it to happen. And because of that, they felt this sort of connection and they felt this sort of closure. And what I think for sure is that it definitely seems real. And having a dream like that out of nowhere, and, you know, obviously a Ouija board is a symbol of like communicating with someone who's no longer there. And then having all the things that you went through in your dream and being able to see all these memories, it's something that seems like so significant. You know, I would be hard pressed to say that I didn't think that it wasn't some sort of way or some attempt at saying goodbye or providing closure. And the fact that it's also backed up by a timeline that's reinforced in the waking world later is super, like, it's not creepy. I think creepy is a word you use for something that's like not comfortable, but it's like, it's eerie. It's something that just makes you get cold chills and think about the fact that this could absolutely be real, and there's no reason to think otherwise. But if it provided you some sense of closure, I think that's really important. And I don't think that your grandmother's waiting to be laid to rest to pass over or anything like that.
No,
I sincerely think that it's just reaching out to make sure everyone's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then letting folks know, like, this is my timeline. You know, at this point, then, you know, someone new will be in the house, and, you know, we talk about it a lot. Like, time, the idea of time being linear is just something that we have created based off the fact that it is linear, you know, to us and how we interpret it. But it's very plausible that our interpretation of a lot of things are wrong, you know?
Yeah.
That's just sort of how it's been for pretty much everything throughout history until we realize through some sort of like actual scientific proof, like, oh, we've been wrong this whole time. And we talk about it a lot. Like, it doesn't necessarily mean that time is a straight line, and it's something where maybe after you've passed away, you just sort of get an idea of like things that are to come without having to, you know, contact like a Ouija board to get some sort of prediction or a psychic or anything like that. And you can just make statements where it's like in a month, I'll probably be moving on. So it's definitely a thought-provoking email. And thank you so much for sharing it with us, because it's definitely something that's really traumatic. And, I still remember when my grandfather passed away, and it happened to me when I was in 7th grade. And honestly, I don't even remember how old I was in 7th grade, but I just remember all the events of it because it was very traumatic. And he was the patriarch of my dad's side of the family, and it was something that changed everyone forever. So just change for the better, and then, carry this story with you for a really long time, and, interpret it as she said bye.
Yeah.
So
thank you so much.
Mark it. All right. Black Canary redeemed a drink while we were reading that. You have my sangria. I was going to call it a mangria. Wow. Double fisting. Cheers.
10 out of 10 would do it. Okay. Oh, man. I lost my chat, so you're going to have to scroll back.
You always lose your
try and
chat.
see if
You know what? Drink. Anyone out there, when Robin says she lost her chat, drink.
Do you want to try and see if the ad break will work?
I mean, I can try. I have to be over there.
Can I just do the clicky
Nope.
back? Oh, okay.
The button doesn't work. All right, I'm scrolling up, and I'm going to get some of this stuff from YouTube first, then we're going to switch over. Don't try and do it now while I'm reading.
52DC says, I had 2 margaritas today.
Nice.
That's what I want to make, is margaritas, because we have the tequila. I don't know if our margarita mix is still
it's
good.
Another tequila song.
But I think we
still
still
good.
have...
Like, that stuff goes bad. Just drink it. If it's bad, that just means you get more fucked up. Am I right?
All right.
Scrolling down, Sakura says, Robin, I added you on Animal Crossing.
Are you the chef? I have a Chef Kitty one. And I was wondering, like, who's Chef Kitty? This is cute.
There's some there's some Animal Crossing talk in the YouTube chat about whether or not it is fun.
I freaking love Animal Crossing, which reminds me I need to play it today. I am on a streak. I have not played this game since it came out. I'm just trying to build my town. I don't play, like, all day. I think I've played all day maybe 2 or 3 days since it came out. And
you're very burpy.
I am. It's because this thing has cider in it, so it's super bubbly. But I've played a whole bunch, and I play a little bit every day. I collect my, I go and grab my fossils. I go and plant my money tree, and I do all that stuff.
She didn't know you could plant her money tree. She
I know.
didn't know you could plant a money tree.
I didn't know you could plant a money tree
until she watched Griffin McElroy stream it, and he did it, and she was like, "What the fuck?"
I was like, "What?" I just love Animal Crossing. I think it's really fun. The aspect of design, the design aspect, you can like make your own designs for everything pretty much, and making your house really cute and planting all the flowers and doing all this stuff. I just got to the point where you have a rating system on your island now, and I have like 1 star out of 5.
Wow, that's pretty sad.
Because I only have 4 villagers, but I do have Marshall now. I just got Marshall yesterday or the day before yesterday, and I was like, yes, because that's the one villager that I was like, I need Marshall in my island.
Yeah, she told me she got her favorite villager yesterday. I was like, that's awesome.
Yes.
Yeah, there's a lot of Animal Crossing chit chat. Someone asked if it was good for tweens, and Emma says that it's fun for all ages. Vivian said, I imagine a 90-year-old lady in her deathbed on an oxygen tank catching fish and butterflies and collecting apples. That will be Robin when she's 90, FYI. And Emma says, honestly, that 90-year-old lady would be me. It's just a cute game. Leo Chatra says, I'm looking at that game in Luigi's Mansion. Luigi's Mansion is also really, really fun from what I hear. And Emma confirms that as well within YouTube. And that's everything I have for the YouTube chat. We'll scroll back up to where we left off so that you can go ahead and read your Twitch chat. Should be, right around here. Scooching that out of the way.
Sorry, you just have to turn it.
Yep, that's why I'm scooching that out of the way.
They're talking about horror movies, and Meadows says that Signs freaks him out. Signs was all right for me. I grew up watching Signs, like, as soon as it came out. My parents bought it. We had it on DVD, whatever. And it was all, I don't know if they bought it. Maybe we rented it from Blockbuster, now that I'm thinking about it. Remember Blockbuster?
I just don't remember it being that old of a movie. Like, I know I watched with my high school friends, but I felt like we were in college when we watched it. So.
Ashley Meow Meow says Signs is the reason why I couldn't go out at night when I was little. It fucked me up so much.
Cautionary tale.
The idea of aliens seriously still messes me up, because I'm like,
it's scary.
I don't want to get abducted. What if I've been abducted and I just don't know it,
The memory wipe thing is what bothers me. Like, no one's gonna fucking believe me anyways, man, you know? It's like, just let me remember so I can feel special.
Manly Grandpa says, my word would be sucks. I was the girl who posted about her cat on Facebook.
Aww.
We are so sorry about your loss. It's always hard to lose a pet, and we just...
I've lost pets, and it's very, very, very hard to do, so definitely have my heart with you, and I hope a picture of an upside-down Shiba helped in any way, shape, or form.
Let's see. Meadow says, if I watch Signs at night, I literally spend the rest of the night staring out the window to make sure them bastards don't get me.
Wow.
I can't stand aliens. Aliens freak me the fuck out.
Someone had mentioned that they're hoping they could get a prom redo because of COVID. And then I saw that Captain Fake. I said, I like a prom redo as well.
I didn't go to prom, so
I did not go to prom. I had the after party after prom where people came and got absolutely hammered. And it was way more fun than I imagined prom would have been because I definitely started way too early that day. Also, the chick that I wanted to go with had a boyfriend. So, yeah, I was just like, I'd rather just, stay at home and get fucking hammered.
People are talking about cringy prom pics.
Oh, God. The prom pose where you're like...
Laura Ann says, I actually really like my prom pics. I hate pics of myself, but I'm glad you like your prom ones. I don't like my senior photos.
I don't know where they are anymore. I don't know.
I remember for one of my senior photos, they had us have these black... It looked like we were wearing a black dress, but what we really had to do was just put this black shawl thingy over it, and it wasn't a dress, but they'd like pull down your sleeves, they put this black thing over you so it looks like you're wearing a dress. It was just so weird, and I hope to never do that again.
It sounds like a funeral.
It was very strange.
I have Tequila Sunrise stuck in my head now.
I don't even know what that is.
It's an Eagles song.
Oh, gotcha. Laura Ann says, I've never seen Signs. My nose is whistling.
Yeah, it happens a lot.
Talking more about horror movies. Sorry, I'm just trying to get through so we can read more stories. Talk about water guns. All right. Oh yeah, if you watch Signs, water guns, that makes sense.
Yeah, it's true.
I'm What's Her Name says, every time Robin says buried, it sounds so weird, but looking at the spelling, that's probably the correct pronunciation.
I agree. I still hate it. Every time it falls out of her mouth, I'm like, wrong, put it back in.
It's because, how do you say B-U-R-R-O-W?
Burrow.
Exactly. So that's just how I say.
Wait, spell it again?
B-U-R-R-O-W.
Oh, Barrow. My bad. Don't.
Actually, Faison says, yeah, buried for life over here.
Same. I swear it's in the dictionaries. That's the pronunciation. So it's not about the spelling. It's about what you're taught and how it's supposed to be said.
Yeah, I'm used to saying the way I say it. People talking about a meetup.
Wibbly wobbly, timey wimey.
Wait, for what?
I just looked down and saw Manly Grandpa.
Oh, okay. I'm Beef Trainer says, no, clowns terrify me. Thanks to my sister when I was 4.
That's so funny.
The
sounds like a
Killer
great story.
Clowns from Outer Space is now on Netflix.
It is on Netflix.
I also posted a new post on our website, scariest.com. I made another list of stuff to watch while you're in quarantine that are a little creepy, little fun.
Mark that so I can edit it back into the podcast.
So if you want to go check that out.
Cool.
Scan, dishes.
Do y'all know what Mario's favorite fabric is to wear? Denim. It's a horrible joke, but it was in my head, so I had to share it with you, and hopefully you can share it with someone else and ruin their day.
Let's see. I'm Beef Trainer says, I think Supernatural covered something along those lines of holy water and a water gun. I could be wrong. They have all the weapons they could probably ever want.
From Dusk Till Dawn, I'm pretty sure wound up having holy water and water guns at the end of it. So
52DZ said, we bought pre-mixed from Albertsons. Desperate times.
Ooh, that's rough.
Manly Grandpa says, girl, I need peaches for Animal Crossing if you happen to have any. I have all the fruits, so if you need any fruits, I have them all on my island.
Captain Fake Eye has gifted a sub over to It's Me Marie. Thank you so much, Captain Fake Eye, and thank you for watching It's Me Marie. We appreciate both of you.
I'm Beef Trainer says, update, I finally got my birthday pina colada. I kept begging I was for dinner to make last week. He made it Sunday evening.
Hooray.
Nice.
We're glad you got it. Major Wolf says, how many stories did I miss? 2.
2, so we're on the 3rd one.
One of them was quite short, though.
You can read now.
I can read now?
Yep.
Aw, I'm so honored I get to read now.
You're welcome.
Girl panic redeemed. A high five.
Our elbows hit.
All right. If you could move some of your drinks, that'd be great. So this laptop might die, so I might need to plug it in. I was at like 10% when I brought it up, but it charged for a little while before we wound up switching seats. I'm going to move this microphone a little bit up because this is just so much different than I'm used to, y'all. All right. Let's get this all lined up. Mark it. Cool. All right. You good? All right, so I'm going to move into my second story for this show, and this is actually from Lunabin on Instagram. I'd also like to give a shout out to Lunabin because every time we post on Instagram for our episode, like we have an episode post that comes out every Tuesday, and it has like the pictures of all the things that we talked about.
Yeah.
Lunabin always shares it to their story every single week. It's also why Lunabin won one of our contests that we had. For entries that you get for sharing it, and I'm fairly certain they only shared it on Instagram. They didn't do it on Facebook or on Twitter. So shout out to you, and here is your story. Starts out like this. Okay, so I'm finally sitting down to write the story out. Of course, you can use it on the podcast. This is from my freshman year of college, and I'll call this story Lights Out. It's pretty good.
I like that movie.
Lights Out's a pretty good movie too.
Yeah.
So I went to a college in northern New Jersey that I won't name, but anybody in Trenton area will know this school. The freshman dorms were two 10-story towers that stood next to each other. Each floor had shared bathrooms for men and shared bathrooms for women, and a trash chute in the hall that led down to the basement. This place just sounds like the setting for a horror movie. The two buildings were connected by a student lounge, and underneath the lounge was a restaurant that students would go to at all hours. This place was partially underground, sorry Robin, but it had a big wall of windows and a small outdoor area, so it wasn't totally claustrophobic.
Isn't it crazy though that you could be spending time in a place underground and then the building above you could totally collapse and then you're just stuck there forever?
Yeah, that's a horrible thing for everyone to imagine.
It's just absolutely
I'm so glad
terrifying.
Robin has put that into all of our brains
I just
now.
can't. That's why basements freak me out because demons, and just being in underground structures like parking lots, like parking structures that are underground. I'm like, this is how I die.
Isn't it weird to think that a meteor could crash through your roof and hit you at any moment? Or maybe a stray bullet could just break through a window and hit you right in the face? Let's all talk about irrational fears that we could all be afraid of at all times. I'm going to get back to this email now. My freshman year, I was majoring in journalism. Nice. And our final paper, we had to write a news article about the school. It could be about current events, an article on a sports game, anything, as long as it has something to do with the school. So a friend of mine, let's call her Tabby, your friend sounds like a cat, decided to write her article on a local legend that had gone around the school for years. According to the legend, 10-something years prior to our class being there, a student we will call Icarus, it's a really good name, lived in the freshman dorms. By all reports, Icarus was a normal student. He went to class, had friends, enjoyed going to parties, normal college stuff. Until one day when things changed. According to the story, Icarus lived in one of the 4-person dorm rooms in his dorm building. Most of the rooms were for 2 people, but each floor had one room that was a single and one room that was a quad. The quads tended to be the quote-unquote party rooms because they were far from the RA's room and also had 2 doors to enter, so loud music wasn't as bothersome.
That's pretty cool. I mean, I've never been in a dorm, so I don't know what that's like.
I don't know. All the dorms I've been in are tiny and awful. They also weren't next to any other room, so they wouldn't disturb any neighbors. I'm digressing, but this has to do with the story. According to Icarus's roommates, he started acting weird in the week or so leading up to the main incident. There's not quotes around it, but I put quotes around it because I was like, oh shit. His roommate said that he bought a Ouija board and would play with it and act like he was communicating with spirits, but of course, his roommates figured that he was just fucking with them and paid it no mind.
I want to know the logic of people that are like, hey, I'm going to go spend my money on this.
I want to know the logic of using a Ouija board alone, because you're supposed to use it with multiple people, or else it's not supposed to be moving, you know?
Oh, yeah.
So it's like, why would you use a Ouija board alone? Because if anything ever happens, it's either you talking to yourself or a demon talking to you.
I think that is why people would do it by themselves, though, because it's like, no one else is pushing it. I want to know if this is real.
Just don't get them. They're horrible devices. After a few days of this, the room started to feel weird. Two of the roommates reported things missing that were never found. Alarm clocks would go off at 3 a.m. when they weren't set. Oh, 3 a.m. Things would move around. All 4 boys reported having weird dreams and trouble sleeping. This was a room of college boys, though, so they blew it off and did what all good, responsible, career-minded college students do. They threw a rager in their dorm room.
Rager.
That night, the party was like any other party. The boys invited some friends from their dorm floor and had music and alcohol and lights set up in the room. It was like you'd imagine any college party to be. However, Icarus's roommates say that on that night, Icarus was acting weird. He was apparently mumbling to himself and started to seem agitated as the night went on. At one point, Icarus left to go to the bathroom down the hall, and he was stumbling around muttering to himself. His roommates just assumed he was drunk or high and kept the party going. The next morning, Icarus's roommates woke up to see that Icarus wasn't there. I'm not sure in what order the next details went, so I'll do my best to make sense of everything.
Okay.
Though the boys were reluctant to talk to authorities because they didn't want to get in trouble for their party, at some point campus police were informed of Icarus's disappearance. They called his parents, and Icarus wasn't at home.
This is getting weird.
Yeah. Now, I'm not sure how this detail fits into the timeline of the story, but at some point, one of the people looking into it decided to check the trash chute. Now, keep in mind, this was on the 7th or 8th floor of this dorm building. They checked the chute and found nothing on the dorm floor, but in the basement, they apparently discovered Icarus's blood inside the trash compactor. They didn't find any other remains.
Compactor?
Yep. I'm not sure what they officially said happened, but everyone on campus says one of 2 things. One is that Icarus got lost in his drunken state and somehow fell down the trash chute. And 2 is that someone or something followed Icarus and shoved him down the chute that night.
Oh my God. Well, they didn't find the rest of his body?
Well, this is a local legend, too, so it's not like this is 100% for sure.
Okay.
But this is the story as we are being told, so you can
right.
interpret it as you wish.
Holy jeez.
And now the next sentence reads, now here's where it gets even weirder. My friend Tabby, who wrote this article on this story, actually lived on the same floor that Icarus was supposed to have lived, and her friends lived in the quad that was supposedly his. The girls who lived there also reported alarms going off at weird hours, phones acting up, things moving or disappearing, and electronics acting oddly. One night when I was at school there, the girls in that quad got out a Ouija board and started playing with it. I don't... Really? Killing me here, Smalls. Margaret. I don't know everything that went down during their session, but apparently at one point the girls asked whatever they were talking to turn off their dorm lights.
That's like the whole radio thing that happened at your when you guys were playing with the Ouija board, right?
Yeah. When we said, is there anything here, the thing moved to yes, and then the radio went to straight static, and we were listening to like the strongest station in the region. It was crazy. So they asked whatever they were talking to turn off their dorm lights, and then this is in all caps, every light on campus went out.
Shut up.
I shit you not. All of the power on campus went out except for the power on that specific floor.
No way. No way.
You could see it from my dorm window when it happened. I totally have goosebumps right now. When it happened, my friends and I walked all over campus and not a single light was on except for that one floor and some emergency backup lights in the music building.
No freaking way.
To this day, I don't think anyone knows what really happened, and this is a story that a bunch of college kids like to stare at parties. Share. Margaret. And this is a story that a bunch of college kids like to share at parties, so, parentheses, Adam's voice, this could all be bullshit. However, it's very creepy, and the fact that weird things still happen on that dorm floor is weird as hell. Anyways, that's all I have for right now. I'm sorry if this is all over the place, and I know it's not really a first-person account. I thought you and the Spooky Fam would enjoy something a little more campfire story this time around. I still have more stories that I'll send in the future, but until then, keep on creeping on. Love, Luna. We do love Luna.
Yeah,
Thank you so much for sending that in. That was fantastic.
Oh my gosh, I'm just mind blown. But if that actually all happened, holy cow.
For me, as long as just the lights went out like you say they do, and I trust you, that is absolutely terrifying.
Well, like the dude that disappeared.
Well, the dude that disappeared, obviously being like a local legend and not knowing for sure whether or not it happened, that is really creepy. But the possibility of like someone asking like, if there's something here, turn off the lights, and the whole campus going dark is terrifying because it's like they're showing you that they have more power than you ever anticipated, it's big dick energy, and you don't want to fuck with that when it's from the other side. That's all I'm saying.
Oh my God. Okay.
So that was a solid story. Thank you so much for sending that in, Luna.
Thank you so much. All right.
Gonna move this down now.
Gonna scroll back through the chat. Da, 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 da. I don't know what I'm doing.
Something about taking a crap. All right, scrolling up.
Bum, 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 bum.
Down, down, down. Red Knight going down.
I got an email from Medieval Times today, and it was like 36th anniversary or something of Medieval Times.
Sorry, Medieval Times, you're not getting us back there. As much fun as it would be to stay in character and catch the plague, not fucking happening. Not a lot of chat over on YouTube, but there did seem to be a lot of chat over there in Twitch.
Laura Ann says, what does one do on your birthday during quarantine? Mine is next month. A lot of people are saying that all their birthdays are next month, like a whole bunch of people. I'm Beef Trainer says, my birthday was 4/12. Happy belated birthday.
Happy belated.
So
Christina Vasquez says, that is terrifying. Talking to spirits is just a nope. Vivian says, this spirit is like the Crowley of ghosts. Emma says, I'm a BRB, gotta eat dinner. We support that. Go
nice.
nuts.
I'm What's for Dinner says, if I ever do karaoke again, I must gather up the nerve to sing the song I truly want to sing. It's Raining Men.
That's a good song.
So many people have their birthday in May. It's crazy.
May babies are the best people on the planet, I'm just saying. And if you're before May 20th and you're a Taurus, you're even better. Sorry for anyone who just falls out of that. You're still a May baby. I get it. Just you're not a Taurus. You're a Gemini, and things are a little bit weird then. Not really.
Major Wolf asks, any October spooky babies? There has to be.
She's the spookiest of the spooky babies.
Manly Grandpa.
With the birthday on Halloween.
Yeah, my birthday's on Halloween. Everyone's always like, oh, that explains a lot.
That explains a lot because you fucked up.
No. Because it's like, oh, you're really nice, but the things that come out of your mouth are so fucked up. Manly Grandpa says, is this your chair squeaking? That's my chair.
That's your chair, the chair I'm sitting in.
Manly Grandpa says, mobile is so far beyond. Oh my goodness. Behind. I mean, I don't know where beyond came from. So far behind. I stopped on YouTube and it's like a whole minute ahead. That's
holy shit.
Crazy.
Usually YouTube's like 12 seconds off of live. And Twitch is like 4 or 5 seconds off of live, so that's weird.
People are saying bowling and karaoke. Laura Ann says, never done karaoke. I really enjoy karaoke. Sometimes it just takes a little bit of booze, though, because...
She'll do karaoke all night. She's very good, too.
I like rock band. I like playing rock band a lot.
Billy.
That's like karaoke, right? It's like the same thing.
It's pretty similar. Not exactly, though. You have to like follow the stupid line. You can't just make it your own.
Luna Bins says, for reference for the trash chutes, they were small.
I can picture this trash chute.
It says it'd be hard to accidentally fall down.
In my mind's eye, it's horrifying. Billy says, cheers, guys. Vivian over there on YouTube says, I'm a Gemini, 100% Junebug over here. What up, Junebug?
Aw, cute.
It's a good nickname. I like that.
Sorry, Luna Bin says it would be hard to accidentally fall down. Captain Fake Guy says Disney karaoke. I would sing Disney songs all day.
I would do that too.
I'm What's for Dinner says if it is a Disney song, I will totally smash the Gaston song.
That's good. I want to see that.
It's a good song.
I will smash. I don't know. I just thought of Robin's name and I didn't want to say it out loud because it was awkward. But
wow, you are awkward, bud.
She just got done talking about how awkward she was.
Captain Fake Guy says, I will belt Part of Your World. Laura Ann says, Let It Go. These are all
Part
really
of Your
good
World
songs.
is so good. I'll do Into the Unknown. I fucking love that song.
I'm What's for Dinner says, must do a smash up of those two songs. It's Rating Gastons.
Wow.
Let's see. I'm Beef Trainer says, I have to go with Part of Your World too. Nice.
Emily says, any Cancer Childs or July babies? It's funny because I saw Cancer Child. I was like, that's so sad. And I was like, oh, you mean the Zodiac. Thank God.
Manly Grandpa says, Hercules has some of the best songs from Disney. My sister loves Hercules. She loves all those songs. Like, she plays those songs in her car.
Moana has some good songs,
Moana
too.
has good songs. It's just, I think Hercules, though, is underrated.
Yeah.
I don't think it gets enough attention. Because...
And Hunchback of Notre Dame is apparently one of the most underrated Disney movies. And I got to say, I agree because I've never seen the thing. So it must be good because everyone talks about it like it's phenomenal and no one remembers it. Not only do I not remember it, I never saw it. So
Major Wolf says, is Luna a love good? Get it? Luna
Yeah,
love good.
I get it.
Radio Man says, good evening from the East. And a question. Have you ever walked into somewhere and it just not feel right?
Yup.
Definitely. I mean, I'm sure a lot of people have had that. I know you've told stories of when your aunt was selling houses, right? And they walk into up to a house and they're like, no, I'm good.
There have been several people she had mentioned where she was like, this house is perfect for them. It had been on the market for like 120 days. It was cheap. And they wouldn't even go inside. They just said, show us the next house. And it's like, people would rather not have a sound financial investment than live in a place that they feel is wrong. So it's a real thing. Christina over there on YouTube says, I'm a July baby. Vivian says 6607 is their birthday. They're 1 year off from 666.
Glitch says, hey, leave Geminis alone, Adam. I'm What's for Dinner says,
My best friend's a Gemini, so.
I'm What's for Dinner says, I'm a Gemini. Just means I'm double the trouble.
Wow. Rebecca says, hey, I finally made it in time for the live show. Hey, guys. What up, Rebecca? Thank you for joining us.
Valley Girl says, I tried out private room karaoke for the first time a month ago. It was fun, minus some of the anxiety of singing in front of strangers. I've done private room karaoke before, and I think it's really fun. It's really enjoyable. I kind of want to try like a karaoke room in Japan.
I would totally fucking do that. They have one down the road on Rainbow. It's by that. It's like new, and it's by that stupid Korean restaurant that you really like to go to.
Really?
Gong. Oh, Goong. My
Goong.
bad. Hope says, okay, but why is Tangled so underrated? Here's the thing. I'm around Robin and her sister all the time, and it doesn't sound underrated to me because they talk about how amazing that movie is all the time.
Yeah, Tangled's really freaking good. I love Zachary Levi so much.
Wow, Vivian says, oh, Adam, I wouldn't quite say we're best friends, LOL. No, my friend Lee back in Northwest Indiana is a Gemini. He's
just
also
let her have it.
A wonderful human being.
Black Canary says, I was a background singer in a band for a few years, had to get a buzz going before ever getting on stage. Karaoke was scary because it was only me. That's totally understandable. Just gonna keep going.
I always get stage fright for karaoke in particular, and I never sang karaoke. The only time I've sang karaoke, I decided I was fucking hammered. And Robin had already sang like 3 times, and everyone was singing. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to sing her favorite song, which is Grand Theft Auto by Fall Out Boy.
He didn't even remember the words.
And I opened it really well, though. Like, the opening to that song, I fucking crushed. And then immediately I'm like, oh, I don't remember any of these words. So I just, like, mumbled my way through this, like,
I was like, I don't know him. I don't know him.
People, like, got up and walked out. It was awful.
No, I had to give him a lap dance at the end of the night. No, you gave me a lap dance.
We were leaving,
great.
and we closed the bar down. We were leaving, and the guy who was running karaoke was like, hey, she sang way more than you did. And he put on, like, bow, 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 bow. And they made me give her a lap dance in front of everyone. Which, by the way,
free shots, too. It's great.
I'm really fucking good at. So, anyways, what else do we have in here? Christina says, Robin, have you seen Aggretsuko?
Aggretsuko, it's like that Netflix anime about that fox that's super, like a red fox, and she's super angry.
So she's seen it, but I don't know if she's watched it.
I've never watched it. I know what it is, but I have other anime to watch.
Well, I'm out of beer, so I'm switching over to this sangria.
I've been watching Fire Force.
It smells so much like Kool-Aid. Like, it makes my mouth excited as soon as I smell it.
Yeah, it does smell like
And then as soon as I taste it, I'm like, oh, it's a bunch of booze mixed in with some fruit. It tastes like jungle juice. That's what it tastes like. In college, when you had like a bowl of punch, a bunch of fucking fruit, and every liquor you could dump into it, and everyone's like, we're drinking jungle juice. And it's like, if you were in the jungle, they'd shoot you if you tried to drink that, because it's disgusting.
I'm What's for Dinner says, I always feel like the Budweiser frogs are singing Genuine's Pony.
That's funny.
People are saying they love the Hunchback Notre Dame songs.
Good. I've never seen it.
I've never seen it either. So, I mean, I have, but it's been so long. It's been like 2 decades, and I don't remember a single thing.
What was that? I can hear you, but I won't. Are you fucking kidding me right now? Whatever. Just go back to reading your stuff. Into the Unknown.
Oh.
Holy shit. Watch Frozen 2. It's on Disney Plus because of the pandemic. Hello. I've only listened to that song like 800 times.
All right. Is it my turn?
Yeah. I've read my 2 for the thing, and I'm caught up.
All right. I'm going to go into the next email here.
Mark that shit. Do a final email transition.
Okay. You can stop humming now so I can read.
Jump on
All right, I'm going to get into this last email of the night, and this one is...
It's a really bad transition, just so you know. Like, it is, like, all right, I'm going to get into da-da-da-da-da, because, like, the end of our, like, talk last time was, like, you were slow-paced in verbiage, just like, da-da-da-da-da, thank you. All right, I'm going to get into da-da-da-da-da the night. That's how the audio will sound for those people listening on Friday. I'm going to make you edit this one of these fucking days so you can see how hard it is to edit your transitions. To do it. I hate you so much.
All right.
My nipple hurts.
What?
You squeezed it so hard.
Look how many marks I have for this one.
It doesn't matter. It's 5 marks for one thing. I delete this whole thing, so. Look at how many marks I had to mark that you have to do. Don't hurt me. That's the look before she hurts me. This is what you get when you watch us live, folks. You just did it right the first time. We wouldn't be in this mess.
Fuck. Oh my God.
I'm What's Your Name says, Adam, when we get the next Spooky Friends meetup, you have to do a raffle for a free Adam lap dance. I will let Robin decide about that.
All right, so I'm going to get into our final email for the night, and it goes like this. Hello, Robin and Adam.
Hello.
Hello, that's us.
That is us.
My name is Sean, and I'm a new listener from Eastern Kentucky.
Right on.
Hello. I have a collection of stories that I feel fit here on a myriad of topics: ghosts, cryptids, true crime, and more. To send them all at once would be too much for anyone to handle, so let's call this the first installment.
Sounds good.
Hope you have your listeners enjoy. Thank you. Hopefully they enjoy. Hopefully you guys enjoy.
Hopefully.
As a small child, probably preschool age, I used to hear people talk about kids having imaginary friends or see references to things in movies or on TV. Naturally, I assumed that I, like so many others, had imaginary friends, except I didn't understand why mine never wanted to play and why...
Oh my God, that's so creepy.
And why one of them in particular was so creepy and seemed only to be interested in scaring me. Most of these things just appeared to be translucent shapes of people with a miscolored hue. That is totally different than any other imaginary friend I've ever heard of.
We've gotten imaginary friend emails, and this is not like any of those.
You know, when I look directly into a bright light, then look away, and then see an after image? That's what it looks like.
Wow.
That's so weird. A sort of color-shifting blob in your vision. It's like that, but in the shape of people. I was never bothered by or afraid of my quote-unquote friends. They simply seemed to be focused on whatever they were doing and had no interest in me, or maybe they were unaware of my presence or unable to see me. On boring days, I would sit and watch them perform their repetitive and seemingly nonsensical tasks. There was one, though, that I referred to as the bad one. Oftentimes, I could see...
That is so creepy to have a nickname for your imaginary friend called the bad one.
Yeah, I mean, normally with imaginary friends, you create them to have fun with you and play with you. And
or sometimes, like, you know,
to cope and stuff like that.
Or have rules. Like, we have, what's the name of Ryan's imaginary friend?
Beats me. I don't know.
I can't remember, but, like, they follow rules very much, very stringently. So it's something where you have this imaginary friend that also follows these, like, standards to your life, but... I don't know. I've never heard of an imaginary friend being called the bad one. It's terrifying.
It's something that is probably not a friend, you know. But we'll see. Let's continue. What was that?
It was gonna be the Pepsi song.
What is
from like the 90s?
Oh,
Just go ahead.
I don't know that one. Okay.
You made me a really strong sangria. Okay, I'm allowed to have a little bit of fun here. I drank a beer too.
No, I've lost.
I'm so wasted. This song's about me.
Okay, stop tapping. I'm gonna start. Oftentimes, I could feel someone watching me, and if I dared to look around, he could usually be spotted peeking out from around a nearby corner or through a window. He was solid black, so not like blobby like those other ones. Although you could tell that he was a solid three-dimensional figure, he had no discernible features. He appeared to lack any clothing. He was thin but somewhat muscular in appearance with long limbs and digits. His eyes were a dull red like the taillights of a car but viewed from a distance. When I would look at him, it absolutely made my skin crawl, and his shoulders seemed to be bobbing up and down, giving me the distinct impression that he was amused by my fear. Kind of like if you were laughing, you know, and
Right.
you're, oh man, dude.
This is
messed up.
horrible. This is terrifying. This is a wonderful email, but this is terrifying.
Such sightings soon became common experiences. I would see him on a near daily basis. I grew to hate leaving my house. One night in particular, while my parents were playing host to some family, I was upstairs in my room watching out of my bedroom window. It was storming, the most incredible electrical storm I've ever seen. What's an electrical storm?
Like a lightning storm.
Okay. Do you just see it in the sky, or?
I mean, I've always called them lightning storms, and if the lightning's not coming down from the sky and there's been no rain, I call it heat lightning. I'm not sure if other folks call it an electrical storm.
Like grease
I've
lightning?
heard it before. I hate you so much. Yeah, grease lightning, where it just floats up into the clouds and everyone's like, are they dead? What the fuck's going on with this movie? Grease is just such a weird ending. Anyways, get back to your thing.
The power had long since gone out, and with every flash of lightning, a different appliance in the house got fried. You could see electricity arcing through the TV screens. That is so crazy.
Yeah, that's a bad storm.
One bolt struck the largest of the trees in our yard, splitting it down the middle and dropping it onto our neighbor's garage with a massive boom. My father and my uncle stepped outside onto our covered porch to investigate the sound, as I watched from the window positioned above them, looking out over the porch roof. Each flash allowed me to see that he was there on the roof, crouched down at the edge as though he was looking at something under it. Another flash blinded me and shook the house. As I regained my vision, the next flash revealed his featureless face, all but pressed against the glass just inches from my own.
Holy shit,
Oh my
dude.
God. Terrified, I ran downstairs to the comfort and safety of family, only to see my father burst through the door, dragging my uncle, who'd been struck by the same bolt that had temporarily blinded me. Even to this day, I still have occasional sightings of the Shadow Man and have even been able to point him out to others who have been with me, or of all what?
I heard the wheels coming off on that one.
Of all of these sightings, though, only once have I seen the one who wears the long coat and wide-brimmed hat. I saw him walking down the middle of the railroad tracks that were located across the road from my house. I watched as a CSX train, don't know what that is, hauling cars loaded with coal, came around the bend and approached him from behind. The horn sounded as the headlights from the train washed over the figure. I wondered if the engineer saw him too, or if it was just a coincidence, but my doubts were squashed as I witnessed him slide open his window and lean out to frantically wave his arms at the man. What?
That's terrifying.
The man with the hat never even acknowledged the commotion as the train made contact with him. He simply dissolved into a black cloud that wrapped around the train and dissipated into nothing. I saw the color drain from the face of the engineer, who slowly let off the horn, leaned back into the cab, and slid his window shut as the train rolled on out of sight. Moments later, my father, who was on the local fire department at that time, received a call that a man was hit by that train at a crossing about a mile away and killed. What?
Wow.
In my opinion, whatever these things are, they just seem to watch us, especially when bad things happen. Thank you for taking time to read my entry, and keep on creeping on. Thank you so much, Sean, for sharing your email.
It's a really good email.
That is a really good email. It's really creepy, especially like BT Dubs, someone died just down
Right?
the way by getting hit by a train. That's just so crazy.
The flashlight where the thing teleports from the roof to being like
Yeah.
pressed up against the window,
yeah.
and your uncle getting hit by lightning. Like, the shit is just bananas.
It's terrifying.
It is,
So
absolutely.
terrifying.
So, solid email. You say you have a bunch more. We want to hear them, so
Yeah.
send them to us. If you have not already, please do so. The minute you hear this, immediately, please do.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Also, shout out to, I can't read the first one. I can see Jules420999, who followed us while we were reading that, and
Thank
the one
you.
underneath it. I want to say Fidelio, but I know that's not right.
Field Docs.
Field Docs 9245, who followed us over there on Twitch as well. So here's the deal. We are now done with our stories for the evening. We do bring this down a notch, so no one goes to bed scared or sad, or happy, I guess. Because at the end of the night, we play Marbles on Stream. So I read the YouTube chat first, then I get Marbles on Stream set up. However, Robin is sitting in that chair. Lucy has resubscribed for the 3rd month, says, woo, love ya.
Thank you so much.
Says love y'all.
Yeah,
My
it says
bad.
love y'all.
We love you
LG
too.
Reed.
L2, fuck off. So you're going to have to do marbles because you're sitting there. So that's on you.
Oh, shit.
Don't set it up until, fuck. Okay, well, let's do the chat and then we'll do marbles because I want to make sure I can walk you through it because I don't want you to fuck anything up. All right, I'm going to scroll up, see what we have for YouTube here. Vivian says, Adam's poor boob. Rebecca says, no regrets. Vivian says, all right, everyone, breathe, goddammit. I think that was to try and calm us down from bickering and me interrupting you 9 times. Hope said, years from now, if my kids have imaginary friends, I'm just throwing the whole kid out. Billy says that mangria is going to creep up on you, Adam. I think it already is. Vivian says to donate the child to a thrift store, and Hope says, that's a great idea. That's everything I have over there on the YouTube. Right. So anyone on YouTube, switch over to twitch.tv/scarish podcast so that we can go ahead and get this going.
I'm going to swap with you because
it's easier.
It's way easier.
Okay. Let's swap and then...
I hate doing marbles.
I know you do. Nice.
What's nice?
You. All right. Okay. Switch microphone.
We are doing marbles. We're just changing the setup and moving stuff around.
Switch microphone.
I just don't want to be the one that controls all the little balls.
That's what she said. That was loud. All right. Switch computer.
I'll take this. Thank you.
All right. No one had to redeem it that time. We just switched back. So. Booyah.
I just hate being the one to control the computer for this because
it's difficult.
It's difficult.
But go ahead and just read your chat and I'll get this shit all set up.
Okay, I gotta read this.
Emma has returned. We're done with our emails, but we're switching over to marbles. You have that mouse right there too.
Oh, thanks, dog. All right. Fuck. Sorry, I can't read from here. I'm Beef Trainer says, the vision of Adam giving a lap dance is hysterical. It totally was hysterical and very awkward for me.
It wasn't awkward. It was super hot.
I'm Westerner says, Adam, when we get the next Spooky Friends meetup, you have to raffle a free Adam lap dance.
I read that one.
Oh, you did?
But you were all like, poopy. Can I get my sangria? Or my mangria, as I like to call it. It smells like Kool-Aid, man.
I can't believe that.
Tastes terrible, but it smells like Kool-Aid.
I mean, I haven't had Kool-Aid since I was like 10.
All right. Let's see if this works. I'm hoping it does. It should.
Oh, yeah. Do you want to try and run an ad real quick and see if it works?
No. Because I just got all this set up, but we'll try and run one at the end of the show. How about that? We'll run the credits, then I'll run an ad, and then I'll kill the stream, and we'll just test it that way.
Radio Man says, sounds like a residual haunting with what that guy's experiencing. With an intelligent haunting to boot with the one wanting to scare the person. Yeah, that's true.
Type in !vote, then a space, then the number that corresponds to the track you would like to race, and we'll get a track voted on, and we'll get Marbles on Stream running.
Field Dog says, hey, what are you reading? So we read the stories that people actually send to us, for our Storytime episodes. There's just stories of experiences that people have had, which I think is really cool. And they get these experiences from their family or their friends, and they email it to us, and we get to read them to the rest of our listeners, which is absolutely awesome.
In case you've never seen the show before, we have an actual podcast that's called Scary-ish. And when we do our normal shows, they're topic episodes where we investigate a topic per person and then discuss them with each other. We get so much mail from folks that have had paranormal stuff happen to them in their life that we have other episodes that we call story times where we just read viewer or listener mail. And so we decided to start streaming these because, you know, the audience likes to listen to them, and it's a really nice community that's kind of built up around it. So for now, go ahead and put your votes in, and we will get this thing started.
Radio Man says Sage works well to get rid of them also. I'm Beef Trainer says music from Grease is so good, but very weird end. I agree with Adam. It is a very weird end. I like the conspiracy theories about Grease where it's like, she was dead the whole time, you know?
I'm What's for Dinner redeemed and asked a question. Said, hey, Adam, did Robin try to end you for covering a true crime topic? No, she was actually really supportive about it.
No, I was really supportive about it because it's something that he has experience from his hometown with, you know, and
yeah.
His mom had experience with it, and it's something that I wouldn't feel right covering something that is totally up Adam's alley. So
I think it switched the camera to that camera. Interesting. I thought I was going to leave it there for funsies. What do you guys think? Should I leave that camera, the
How
one
did it
for
switch?
marbles? Or maybe it superimposed it over the other one. I think it did. Yeah, so we have 2 cameras active right now.
How does that work?
It's just because there's 2 cameras.
Whoa, weird. All right.
Yeah, that's kind of cool, though. I kind of like that, like there. Leave this view. It's neat. Okay, then we will.
Okay. This is so odd. No, you guys can see my ugly desk. It's full of trash.
No, actually, it's the perfect corner for it.
Is it really?
It's the clean
okay,
corner.
Cool. Perfect. All right. La 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 la. Let me keep scrolling.
La 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 la
here.
la.
I'm What's for Dinner says, hey, I'm Beef Trainer. Do you have chills? Are they multiplying?
Are you losing control?
Field Doc says, where do you email you or to send stories? So you can go to storytime@scarish.com.
Email, not go to.
Yeah,
email.
storytime@scarish.com. Or just go to our website, scarish.com. We have a contact us page. You can go through there. And if you really want to know what mics we are using, it is also on our website, scarish.com. We have a whole
This is the
setup
Shure
and stuff like that.
SM7B. That's the Marantz. It's like MBM. The Marantz 3000.
MPM 3000.
MPM 3000. I love both of these microphones. Like with my heart and soul, I love them.
Captain Fake Guy headed out. Thank you so much. And now I have a lot of votes.
So
Glitch.
Marble
sorry.
Centauri 2 is in the lead. It has been this whole time, and it's got 5 votes. However, Cosmic Chaos 2 has 4 votes. So I'm going to let this scroll just for a little bit longer before we get going.
I'm going to let it finish.
I'm going to let it finish. Switch it to local stats. We raced this track a ton. This is the, I don't know, the something teenth. I don't know. We have raced this track more than any other tracks. It's a 7.55% played rate. So I'll let it scroll for a little bit longer. We'll see what happens with it.
Glitch says, go follow Malem on Twitch. He plays Warzone and got a chicken dinner last stream.
I did. It was pretty fucking awesome.
He wanted to play today too, but I have like a lab report that I had to get done, and I had an online class and all this stuff. So
I keep forgetting that the camera's there now.
it's weird. Don't look at my weird shaped body from this angle.
It's high up, so it's a good angle for me.
Capiatrix says it's superimposed over the other, but it's a good angle. That's so weird that happens.
It's because at some point we were streaming for Silent Hill 2, which means we weren't using that camera, so I just added the webcam in, and because that one's connected now, it just has both of them running at the same time. So
I'm Beef Trainer says, we have a close-up of Adam. It's a good angle.
All right, Marble Centauri 2 is the track we're going to race. Right now, the record holder is the Scriptery, finishing in 3 minutes and 35 seconds, which is pretty awesome. So let's get in there and get everyone going. The winner of the race will receive a free sticker with the design of their choice based off of what Robin has created for the show mailed to them. So go ahead and type in !play. And I see some new names. Like, I know Lucy and Black Canary have been here before. They just haven't raced a ton, so I'm really excited to see you guys getting in on this.
Thank you.
Scriptery is also in here, which is awesome.
Thank you so much to the Snark for subscribing, sorry.
For 18 months, man. That is dedication, and we love you so much for it. I got a text message while I was in
Lunabin
here.
says, I'm doing my photo shoot, but love y'all and had a great time. Thanks for reading my story. Good night, fam.
Thank you for sending
so
your
much.
story.
Have fun in your photo shoot, and we cannot wait to see your pictures. You smacked me with your chair.
Well, you're too close, or you could just move that computer closer to you.
Let's see. Jules42999 says, love you guys. I listen on Spotify. So happy I found you guys
Shout
here
out to
too.
Spotify.
Thank you for joining us. Field Doc says, do you use webcams or separate cameras? So,
That's
our
a
normal,
Panasonic.
Yeah, we have a normal actual video camera, and then the one that's like right now, right here, is a web camera.
Just like a Microsoft Live cheap
it's just
webcam.
like it's a cheap one.
I use it for
I'm
personal
looking
streaming.
at this camera still, and it's like,
I use it for personal streaming because it's wide angle lens, and on top of that, it's not as good as quality as the Panasonic.
We used to use a GoPro, and it just was not.
Another fisheye lens because there's a
Yeah.
GoPro 4. They've come a long way where you can turn off the fisheye setting nowadays, but at the time it was just like not great quality. We've steadily upgraded our stuff. We have 25 marbles in the stream right now, folks. I'm gonna let it start the countdown at 30 seconds, so you have 30 seconds to go ahead and join in if you have not done so already to try and win some free merch.
The race is totally free. It's just an opportunity for you guys to get some free Scary-ish stickers / coaster / whatever I decide to send you. The Snark says, sorry I missed most of the stream. You're here now, and that's all what matters. All
exactly.
that matters? Jeez. Man, I still have a lab report to finish after this.
Oh my god.
What time is it?
It's 8.
Oh, I got time. I have 4 hours.
And away we go.
Dum dum dum.
This is such a long track, but it's fun because it's the solar system, y'all. Jupiter's so big.
Oh, okay. This is cool.
Sun, Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter. That's the whole thing. There's no more planets. Currently, Laura Ann 588 is in the lead with me right behind. I've taken the lead because I am awesome, and she took it right back. And 911 Girl 04 is behind.
Oh, snap.
Me.
Hello. I really hope that you guys join us for movie night this weekend.
More like movie afternoon.
Movie afternoon.
An afternoon with us.
And
Laura Ann 588 is still in the lead, although actually Faison has just crossed over. I Am Beef Trainers right behind, and Glitch is giving them a run for their money. I like how the planet glows and shows off the fact that we have an atmosphere, and this side looks like it's been disintegrated by a meteorite, but it's really just the lights of the Earth. Eric W1 has been eliminated. There's a spot over there where you can get launched up, and sometimes you get launched up and bounce off the Earth and take a shortcut ahead on the track. You can see the ghost ball of the scriptry, which is the one that has that weird icon next to it, and that's the record-setting pace the scriptry set the last time we raced this, that everyone's chasing to hope to try and win, which is only 7 seconds, might I add. 8 seconds. 8 seconds off the world record pace for literally everyone that streams this. So 52 Nicks right now is in first place, and we are going to follow them down the ramp that goes underneath and then up the other side of Jupiter.
So if you folks missed the announcement about movie afternoon, it's going to be this Saturday at 12, you said?
Noon.
It's going to be at noon. So
Pacific
12
Standard Time.
Pacific Standard Time. That's we're going to be watching The Woman in Black. If you folks haven't seen it yet, Adam likes to call it Harry Potter and the Spooky House.
Harry Potter and the Scary Spooky House.
Scary Spooky House.
We're watching it on Twitch because there's new...
We're watching it on Twitch. It's just going to be streamed on the screen for everybody to watch. We're going to be here hanging out.
It's some new feature that Twitch is offering.
Yeah,
they
so it's
said
a beta that we're in.
We're part of this beta, so we're like, well,
so
then let's try it out.
Yeah.
And we have a very limited amount of shows or movies we can stream. It's probably like 60 that they have picked. They're curated through Amazon Prime. So we're going to go with The Woman in Black to start, and then we'll go from there.
What is that Eastern time? 3
Manly
hours?
Grandpa has fallen off. It's 3 p.m. Eastern time.
Yeah, so that's 3 p.m.
Blue Scarish and the Snarks have also fallen off.
And we just want to take this time to actually have a viewing party like we always say that we always want to do. It's a very limited list of shows and movies, but there are a lot of cool things on there to watch, and they might not all be scary, but it would be cool to just watch TV and binge with you guys and just kind of chill and talk and hang out and do stupid stuff.
52 Nicks is a very extensive lead, but things are going to get complicated here right around Uranus.
You're so dumb.
It's true, though, because this is totally Saturn with the rings right now, and then it goes Uranus and Pluto. So right around Uranus is where the track stops being very linear.
I'm Beef Trainer says, Robin, what are you studying in school? Just curious. I'm studying civil engineering. I'm very close to being done, so I'm super excited to...
Oh, no! 52 Nicks has been knocked off, which makes Girl Panic in the lead, but... they hit the same barrier, but slowed down enough to not go past it, or to not go off the track. However, Lucy has taken the lead now, with actually Faison and Glitchgram hot on their heels. Glitch has been eliminated from sideswiping that Pog or Peg. Actually, Faison has been eliminated. It's Me Maria has been eliminated.
The Snark says, where's Neptune?
That is Neptune right there. Pluto's behind it.
So where's Uranus?
That's Neptune right there. There's Uranus. Served us 9. No, that's Neptune. That's Uranus.
That's Saturn.
Shit. Saturn. Served Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto's behind Neptune. Because Pluto's fucking tiny. And it looks like Lucy is going to take the win. Congratulations, Lucy. Please email storytime@scarish.com and let us know a mailing address where we can send a sticker and or coaster. I guess it's up to Robin.
Yeah, so just email us your mailing address and I'll package up a little sticker for you. You can choose what sticker you want to if you really want to. On our Etsy store, there's a bunch of scariest stickers, and you can take your choice of which scariest sticker you would like. ASB Bunny says, it's 3 a.m. in Australia at that time for the movie.
Wow.
Should I come watch during the witching hour?
Hell yeah. Also, you can go over to scarish.com and click on store, and then there's a spot that I think says crafts, and it should have all of the stickers that we have available.
Yeah.
Congratulations, Lucy, for the victory.
Snark says, I hate this track. I don't think I've ever actually finished. Lucy says, OMFG, I actually won.
Congrats. Also, second was the scriptry, third was Robin, and fourth was me.
Dang.
Laura and ASB Bunny and 911 Girl
Fam
finished
wins.
5th, 6th, and 7th. The scriptry goes up to 18 points on this season, which is by far and away the most. Cat Beatrix has 9. Robin has 8. Lucy has 15, so Lucy's right there. 3 races grand total. Some of you folks that have only raced a couple of times or once have gotten some points, though, so that's pretty nice to see.
Nice.
And Lucy is so happy, says fangirling so hard right now. That is awesome. We're going to do one more race before we end the stream, so go ahead and type an exclamation point vote, then a space, then the number that corresponds with the track you would like to race.
I always just pick the randomest number. Like, I don't even look at the
I typically
tracks.
pick whichever number I see first pop up, so I'm following the lead of someone because I don't want to just pick randomly.
I do.
Myself.
What was I doing today? I was just working on that lab report for hours today. What else did we do, though? There's something else we must have done this morning or afternoon, or I don't know.
Shout out to Ballin16, who has followed us along with his Lonely Star, who also followed us during the race.
I Almost for Dinner says, I kept my envelope because it has the actual writing of Robin on it. Thank you so much. It's very sweet.
That is very sweet. She has very nice handwriting.
No. Some of these envelopes, because I have so many to handwrite sometimes that I'm just like, scribble it.
That's hilarious.
And it looks absolutely awful, and I'm so sorry. But I always put little personalized little stickers on there just because I like putting stickers on absolutely everything. So they have little kind of deep stickers.
All right. Currently, the track in the lead with the most votes is The House of Pain, which definitely sounds super hot. Scared Straight and The Dojo have 2 votes each. We're going to let this scroll through. The House of Pain already has 8 friggin' votes. The average time it's taken us, because we have raced this before, is 2 minutes on the dot. Let's check and see who has the world record for us. I'm What's for Dinner is in the world record. I'm sorry, the scary-ish record holder at 1:32. For the season, 1 and 9 seconds is the fastest it's ever been completed. I'll let the list scroll by one more time to see if, I don't know, something else out there can get up to 9 votes to tie or 10 votes to take the lead. Probably not going to happen, though, and then we'll get this thing started.
I'm Beef Trainer. Just got my sticker at the post office today. I'm keeping the envelope. You guys are so nice. I'm What's for Dinner says those envelopes will be quite valuable someday. I hope so. I hope we're not
Keep looking over there. It's there.
I hope we're not super chumps and just I don't know, 90 years old and we're like,
one day we're gonna make it. We're gonna make it huge. That stupid Shudder fucking show. It actually doesn't make me mad. It's kind of cool to know that content I started creating 2 years ago has enough popularity where they're actually making a television show with the same exact premise. But I do wish I was involved in some way.
Yeah. ASB Bunny says, I might have my best friend with me to watch the movie this weekend. Yay!
You should. 6 feet apart. All right. House of Pain it is. Let's get this thing
I'm
steered.
Beef Trainer, and I'm What's for Dinner. You guys are so sweet. You guys are so supportive.
Type in exclamation point play to join in the race.
ASB Bunny says, I love the stamps you used, Robin. I actually love getting super cute stamps from the post office, so I'll do Scooby-Doo stamps or dinosaurs or...
She always asks me hey, can you pick up cool stamps? I'm like, what are cool stamps? Because half the ones that I want to get, you hate.
I just really want different stamps that aren't just the typical freaking American flag stamps. Those are my least favorite stamps. So I got their Halloween stamps in the mail, and so I got dinosaurs and I got Halloween silhouettes. So they're like black cats and stuff, and the little T-Rexes are those pictures where if you turn them a certain direction, they look different. So it's like skeleton of a dinosaur.
I think it's holographic. All right, we have 26 marbles in this race, which is already one more than we had last time, which is awesome. So I'll let this thing count down from, let's say, 45 seconds this time.
The start says, oh man, hentai face stamps.
Wow.
That'd be great, dude. I would buy the shit out of those.
I want porno meme stamps where it's you got to make sure to put this stamp on your package because it's so fucking big.
Oh, God.
I think that's one of my favorite fucking memes is when people apply scenes from porno with subtitles where you can't actually see something to something super wholesome. It's just so funny.
That's so stupid. Oh, man. Did I play?
You hate everything
I
love.
Did I press play?
Yeah, I see your marble right there.
I don't know. I did it again just in case, and just whatever.
Gotcha.
I don't even know.
15 seconds, y'all. If you'd like to join in, 15 seconds. It's not that bad. The more I drink it, the less I care about how things taste, the better it tastes.
Nice.
All right, away we go. This is going to be a quick one. World record is 1:09. Scarish record is 1:32. That's the look at the track. This is another fun one. I actually enjoy racing this one. We're going to come down here and watch folks just sort of filter through and try and make it past the slow-moving fan blade and then split the track and see who can make it through first. I was like, oh yeah, I should probably finish that sentence. Woo Scarish is in the lead, zigzagging through, but 52 Nicks is taking the lead yet again, trying to make up for falling off last time when they were in the lead. ASB Bunny and Woo Scarish are on the other end. We'll see who can get through these fan blades first. The record-setting pace of I'm What's for Dinner is definitely way far ahead from everyone else. Field Ox 9245 is now joining the lead, although Valley Grills appears to have made it through first. Laura Ann 588 is also now in the running. Let's come down here and watch folks trickle through. Valley Grills is definitely in the lead. Lucy, Laura Ann, ASB Bunny 52 Nicks, Field Ox, damn it, and Cashew 16.
This map just makes me kind of want to make like chocolate milk or like brownies or something, because it just looks...
We were supposed to have made brownies this weekend and it didn't work out. Valley Grills is now in the lead and ahead of the record-setting pace, getting knocked around by these fan blades. That actually helped out, though. That didn't help out. You have been slowed down significantly. Still racing the ghost ball. And you've made it through. I don't know if you're going to break the record-setting pace. Laura Ann 588 was trying to catch up, but the fan blades are not being kind. I don't think, unless you get launched by this at the very end, anyone's going to challenge Valley Grills, but here we go.
Wow, that's...
Congratulations, Valley Grills, on taking the victory. Please email storytime@scarish.com. Let us know the design if you have one in mind and a mailing address we can send something to. ASB Bunny comes in second place. Here comes Field Ox in third. Woo Scarish fourth. And looks like Black Canary is going to make it into fifth.
We can totally make brownies tonight if you want.
I'm going to edit the episode and then kind of want to...
And then...
I'm going to stay up late. Today was a really busy day, y'all.
I kind of want to stay up late, too, because Wastelanders, Fallout 76 Wastelanders came out tonight. Or not tonight, but today. I posted about it on Instagram and Facebook, I think, and stuff like that. But that's something that my sister and I have been looking forward to for a really long time. And
having NPCs in the actual game.
Having NPCs! Human NPCs. There's already NPCs, but they're freaking robots, and now there's going to be human NPCs. There's new
We have something dramatic developing. Sorry to interrupt, but nope, never mind. It's no longer dramatic. The blue wave of death was chasing Cat Beatrix, who was staying ahead of it. And it was kind of exciting to see whether or not you're going to make it through. Beast Nerd has just been thrown backwards into the blue wave of death. Major Wolf is finishing out, and then the final marble is going to fall in, which is Ashley Meow Meow.
Is that creepy?
Yep. Sure was. And we have our winner, Valley Grills. Congratulations. You move up to 12 points on the season. I Am Beef Trainer moves up to 9. The Scripter is at 19. Lucy is at 16. Pretty good.
My Bethesda emails always come in Japanese.
She signed up for the Bethesda mailing list while we were in Japan.
It's because we had to do something for E3. So I was like, man, shit, I have to sign up for this stuff. So
we're trying to get into their press conference because Bethesda has the best press conferences.
Yeah, and so I was in Japan and I was like, man, I have to sign up for this stuff so I can get into this event or whatever. And now anything I ever get from them is in Japanese, which I totally don't mind. It's not like I can't read half the stuff that's on there. So I'm just like, this is fine, whatever.
Weird flex, but okay.
It's because a lot of it's like in the English, like the katakana, like the English letters. So it's like you're reading it in English pretty much. So it says like
yeah, pretty much
play now or whatever. You know what I mean? It's all in English-ish. But it's just so funny because I don't know how to change it, and I think I've swapped it over to English before on like the
You've
settings.
Definitely changed the settings. That seems like it should change, but it just never does.
This is totally going to be stuck there forever.
I Am Beef Trainer says, Adam and Robin must post pics of baked brownies and should be made from scratch. Just saying. I think we almost always make them from scratch, right?
Yeah,
Most
we always
baked
make them
goods
from
in the
scratch.
house are made from scratch. So.
It's because it's super easy. You do your flour, your butter, eggs, and then your cocoa and sugar. And we have instant coffee, so we can put instant coffee in it. And supposedly it's supposed to like enhance the flavor, but I think
like
that'd
MSG,
be really,
the flavor enhancer. All right, I'm gonna mark this, and we're gonna walk out. We're gonna walk the show out, as it's called. You ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just walk it out. Do the dance.
Wow. No.
Okay.
So thank you everyone for joining us tonight. We appreciate you, and I shouldn't say fuck. Okay, we're gonna take it again. God damn, we're gonna do it live. thank you so much to everyone who sent in their emails this show. We sincerely appreciate it. This is definitely not a second take, and you wouldn't be able to tell through editing anyway, so don't even worry about it. If you have a story you would like to share with us, please email storytime@scarish.com. You can also go to our website, thenewscarish.com, which is just scarish.com. Click on Contact Us, fill out that form. It comes directly to us, or hit us up on any of our social medias. We have Facebook, which is facebook.com/scarishpodcast. Our Twitter is @scarishpod, and our Instagram is @scarishpodcast. Our Twitter went over 1,000 followers.
No, not our Twitter, our Instagram.
Instagram
Twitter
went over
only has, like,
1,000
500.
followers. My bad, dog. It was very exciting to see that because the Instagram was the last social media we created, and we created it like a year into the show. It was super late, so it's nice to see that we've gained a following over there on Instagram, and it's always nice to feel like we're being listened to. Robin, for those folks who would like to donate to us monetarily, how can they do so?
You can go to patreon.com/scaryishpodcast. Those are monthly donations, whole bunch of different tiers. And I think we're going to post up a poll soon about what movies you guys would like to watch on this new streaming beta thing that we have that we can watch movies with you guys on. So if you want to join in on the votes, check that out.
It's only $1 a month to join in on those votes.
That's the first tier is only $1 a month. So
early access to all of our
and there's a discount right
content.
now. We're celebrating Adam's birthday, so everybody gets a discount to Etsy.
Yeah, you get a discount to our merchandise in honor of my birthday.
And it's so funny because the code is just something that was just so funny when I made it. Anyway, so if you go to ko-fi.com/scaryish-podcast, those are one-time donations. All those donations go to helping us upgrade our studio setup. And if you've been with us for the long haul, you've noticed that not only is my hair infinitely times longer than it used to be, but our studio our lighting and stuff like that has changed a bunch. Our camera has changed a bunch.
Lighting, camera, microphones, the computer we stream off of. It's been so helpful to have donations from you folks because, a lot of anything you're not donating to is coming directly out of our pocket. And there's not a whole lot to go around on most days. So we take all the help we can get. It helps us keep the podcast moving forward. And we sincerely appreciate everything. All the support we get, regardless of if it's monetary, means the world to us. So thank you to everyone sincerely from the bottom of our hearts. Also, this was the week that we launched the Hear Us Out Network, which we couldn't have done without all of your support. So go check out hearusoutnetwork.com, especially if you have a show that you're looking to get into a podcast network and read on some of those details. It's an exciting time for us. So I think that's just about everything that we have, unless I'm forgetting anything.
Sounds good.
All right. So Robin, go ahead and sign us out.
Keep on creeping on, and I'm sure I forgot something, but we'll talk to you later.
Bye-bye.